Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, and I'm here today with Dave Larson, who is the Development Director for the We Be Green program for We Fest and 10,000 Lakes Festivals, and also Erika Johnson, who is representing the Natural Innovations nonprofit organization here in Detroit Lakes. And of course, we are here on the We Fest grounds in the ranch house. It's not green outside, but we be talking green today. And we're going to learn about the We Be Green program and the tie-in with Natural Innovations and the connection with We Fest and 10,000 Lakes Festival. So let's start off first with Erika, the Natural Innovations program. Tell us a little bit about how the We Be Green program, what started it all?
Okay, well, Natural Innovations is a local nonprofit organization helping environmental stewardship and action in the community. And on our board sits Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. And they said, hey, we've got this great grant helping large festivals to do a recycling program. So what Natural Innovations does is primarily link resources. Besides projects that we do, we link resources. So we contacted the We Fest and said, you should apply for this and let us know how we can help. And we help facilitate the grant writing process just with information. And then we just participated in the project this last summer a little bit.
Okay, all right, and let's now move over to Dave Larson, who is representing the We Fest and 10,000 Lakes, the Development Director of the We Be Green program. Dave, tell us about the grant, and then we'll get more into the details of what actually is being done.
Well, the grant process came to us when we were really looking for a way to make our fans, our patrons, help us with recycling. So it came at the right time, and we got $75,000 from the MPCA, and that went towards creating the infrastructure and building stations and trailers and et cetera, so that we could create a convenient program for our patrons to use here at the festivals.
Okay, all right. So with that $75,000, you said it bought the infrastructure. Tell us a little bit about the infrastructure.
Well, we decided after years of failing at getting a good recycling program going to build separate stations. We built 15 of them for We Fest so that we had one recycling location in each campground, and then we put some around the music bowl, and basically they were set up for information. We figured out that after years of putting out lots and lots of bins that look like trash cans that say recycling that turn into trash cans, that if we just did these stations and then inform people on how to recycle at the site, assuming that they probably already knew in their own hometowns, that it would work much better. And so we built $25,000 worth of stations basically to put all the way around our grounds here. And then we hired staff to figure out ways, again, to create convenience for our patrons so that they could get the aluminum and cardboard and et cetera to the right location. And then we trained a large number of people who worked at the stations, giving out information, helping people sort through their recycling, and giving out incentives so that when somebody was doing something well, they received an opportunity to win something. Okay. Then we had 10 volunteers also in each campground walking around, giving out information, making sure people had a recycling station set up. And finally, we added a curbside pickup. So basically we ended up with, after a couple years of trial and error, a garbage service. So we picked up black bags that were full of trash. We picked up clear bags that had mixed recycling and or aluminum in them, took them to the stations, did a little more sorting, and went from 6 tons of recycling at We Fest to nearly 25 tons that we collected, and it was just much more successful.
All right. I'm here with Dave Larson and Erika Johnson. We're talking about the We Be Green program out at the We Fest and 10,000 Lakes Festival. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more Hometown Happenings after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy along with Erika Johnson from Natural Innovations and Dave Larson from We Fest and 10,000 Lakes Festival, the Development Director of the We Be Green program. And Dave, prior to the break was telling us about how they got the grant to do this We Be Green program and about recycling and, just making people more aware of recycling and getting the waste to where it needs to be. But Dave, tell us a little bit now, how successful has this program been?
Well, the year before we did over 350 tons of solid waste into our landfills. Last year we reduced that by 80 tons, so that was very successful. The year before we did somewhere around 14 tons of recyclables. Last year we did over 50 tons of recyclables. So we went from about a 6-7% recycling rate to a 25% rate, and 80 tons less into our trash, and it went to places where it can be used again. So it worked out very well that way as well.
So this year it's going to be 50%?
No, this year we're trying for a 30% rate. So we were only at 20 last year. We hit 25, so hopefully we'll hit 35 or so. A lot of the campaign, or what we think, was just telling our patrons not to bring so much stuff. Instead of bringing the box that holds the microwave for your RV, leave it back at home and dispose of it properly at home instead of bringing it here where we have to take care of it.
Okay. So this year 2009, what is going to happen with the program?
Well, we've added some sponsors since we don't have the grant, and it's been successful. We're going to bring in electric vehicles from Electric Vehicle Unlimited, so all of our curbside efforts will be electric instead of gas. We have Northern Metal Recycling that will help us. They designed a program for our aluminum last year, and then Waste Management will be on hand again. The Becker County Environmental Services were great last year, helping us sort the mixed product here instead of Wahpeton. So we were able to save 100 miles of trucking just by setting up the program and designing it. So those are some of the things that we're doing differently this year. Okay, and will volunteers be needed as well? I know you rely on a lot of volunteer help. We've programmed with the Historic Homes Theater. They're going to bring 30 volunteers to run our entire information booth system around the actual music bowl. It's a little bit different orientation project in that area, so we're going to give them a donation to man it and give out information and help us there. So we're extending as many directions as possible to incorporate as many people as we can, and maybe 200 volunteers and 20 or 30 employees this year. All right, Dave Larson. And now Erika and Dave, now this is just something we've been having Natural Innovations on each month, talking about some of the things that you do, and you're still going to continue to connect people with grants such as this, or just you're kind of a clearinghouse of information, I guess, just people helping people.
Right. Yeah, we have a lot of people that say, oh, we're interested in lakeshore development, or we're interested in learning more about ATV trails. We say, oh, okay, we don't take a side on anything. We just link resources, put people in contact with who they need to talk to, hold speaker forums or shows like this, just to get information and promote stewardship. And also we do actual projects like river cleanup or removing buckthorn from school forest, that kind of thing.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this show. Dave, thanks a lot for speaking to us today, and Erika as well. Thanks, and for Hometown Happenings, this is about We Be Green. Now we be warm pretty soon. So thanks a lot. For Hometown Happenings, I'm Carol McCarthy.